Hello, am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
great. Great. I'll just share my screen. Just let me know, is that visible to you? Okay, just a moment, please. Visible? Screen is visible?
No, ma'am.
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Not visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
It is
ma'am.
visible,
Now
ma'am.
it is visible.
Okay, okay, fine. So, this is the final week. So we'll just today we'll just go ahead and discuss about the model. Like after the model has been created, all this long we have understood how we can create model, on what data set we can create model, what are the different models that are there, how we can fine tune it, how we can get the evaluation of the models, and these are the parts that we have actually connected all this long, right? So now is the final part that we need to discuss, that is model deployment, right? So model deployment is very crucial while we are taking it, like we want to take our project that has already been bit prepared. Suppose you have created a very good project and you have got a very good accuracy of your model, and it is not overfitting at all. It is in real time. It is giving a good result. So how your next step is to deploy the model, right? So you need to take your project to another level so that it can just work it in a different format. And there are forms like there you can just go ahead and like someone has just deployed the model and you can just use their model as well, right? This is the circulation that has been going in this format. So this is the reason we are needing the model deployment. So guys, you are having any proper idea about model deployment? So how, what is your idea related to model deployment? Just tell me that first.
Building an interface.
Mm-hmm. Then,
Yeah, connecting it to the backend and then uploading on the cloud.
okay. So this much only,
We can
nothing
upload
else.
in cloud or in Docker, ma'am, and we can use that one.
Ma'am, implementing to a
Yeah, definitely
MVP.
we can use, but what is right, right, right. But I am saying, what is the need of that? Why we are needing that?
Ma'am, to make
We have done.
work more efficient.
Right. That is a different concept, but we can do it so that we get, like, previously we have worked with limited data, right? Limited data means some of the data that we have taken to go ahead with. We have just separated the data into two segments. First is for the training and next for the testing purpose, right? So we have, like, from that very data, we keep 20% of the data, that is new data only, to test the model, right? But 70% of the data we have just given for the training purpose, right? So after we have just taken it down and now we have just deployed it, suppose we have deployed our model. So now how we want to take it? So now the model, what model will acquire? Some very new data that it has never seen, right? So some very different data that it has that it will like it will come across with, right? So now is the point how the model work with that problem, how the model understand that data and give the output based on that data. So we want to test our model in the real life, in the real time. That's why we need the deployment. Clear, guys? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So the
Yes,
so
ma'am.
Re- Okay, great. So deployment, what deployment means? So in actual sense, deployment means is to is the training model that you have actually trained and you have prepared. You just make it available to real people or real systems for the real use. What is the real use that you have taken it down? So for that, you are just trying and giving it. So you can think of e-commerce website, maybe Flipkart, Amazon. So what you are doing there? So there, when you are trying and working, suppose as an intern, you just don't get to access those real data, right? So you get a mask data, right? You get a mask data and you are working and building the projects in the mask data. So you can think about, I guess some of you have prepared that fraud and not fraud data related to the credit card, right? So there you have seen like there is a high amount of class imbalance has been there, right? So the data that is not fraud, that is huge, but the data that is fraud, that is way too small. So why any model that come across with that data, so there also you have given kept the 70% of the data for the training purpose and rest 30% for the testing purpose, right? After you have checked your model, you have seen what you have seen. You have seen that there is an overfitting, right? So here also, after that is the reason you need to put your data, put your data to a real scenario. You should make it available to the people, like the real people, and see how your model is working, how your model is performing over that. So that is the real reason of deployment. So we can think of like suppose you are training a spam email detection model. Okay. And if you don't deploy it, you can you can only test it on your single laptop. Suppose you have created that, so you can just test it on your laptop. So if you deploy it, so the Gmail, what it will be doing, Gmail can use it automatically and to filter the data for many other users, many of the millions of users maybe, right? So this is the perspective of deploying and not deploying. So deployment is the actually the key area after you have successfully created a good model that have a good accuracy level based on the data that you are given, and apart not from the training data, also from the testing data also. Okay. So why the model deployment is necessary? So based on the things we can write it down why model deployment is necessary. So we can think of as like to make the AI use the real life, like all of this ML, this is actually a sub portion of artificial intelligence, right? So artificial intelligence in the mother is the mother, and the subfield is machine learning. So AI is like nowadays you can see AI is at boom. So to make the AI useful to real life, you can try and use it. The previous example that I have given, like training for email, like the spam detection, that is way useful. Someone has actually created it. That's why it has now installed uh, in the Gmail, right? So this is actually the need. That's why you have come up with. So someone have created the model. The person has deployed the model. Now any of the organization have taken it down and can be used to multiple of people. Okay. So why
And
do you
also
need?
we can take feedback from from the users, and we can improve, make some changes in that one, ma'am.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that is the extended version of that because we can definitely take the feedback, what problems they are facing, because people are the real person who can give you the detailed and elaborate feedback based on it, right? So that is the exact need for which we want to just go ahead and deploy it. So the very first thing is to make AI useful in real time or real life. So this can serve to many people at one go. Next, we can just try and integrate with different any of the existing systems we are having. We can try and integrate it. So again, we can think of we can try and get any real time prediction. Then we just need to deploy it, right? So there are many reasons to deploy it, right? So these are all of the perspective that we can think it of. Okay. So there are many ways by which we can do the deployment. So we can just try and learn the ways of deployment. So we can deploy it in web application. How we can do it in web application. So how what we are doing in web application, we are just creating a simple website, or we are trying and creating an app where the user can interact with our model, right? By the time when you have come across and worked with your model, only you are the person who knows about the backend, what exactly is there. So you need to create a beautiful interface so that you can just go ahead and create, like you can give the access of to the users so that they can use your model. They can give you can collect the data from the user. Like there is an option like after like someone those person who will be using your data, like your model actually, their data will be stored for future reference. You can use that data and eventually that can help you to improve your model, right? So the very first way that by which you can just deploy your AI project, AI ML project, that is web application. So here what you do, you create a simple website or app where different other user or real-time user can interact with your model and get the benefit out of it. Okay, so maybe I can just give you an example. Suppose you have just created a diabetes prediction model. What you have created a diabetes prediction model. Okay, so what actually it deploys, like when you deploy it on a website, so what like in the user interface, what it might ask. So in the after deployment in the interface, it might ask about the user information, normal user information like user name, then age, then the weight of the user, and maybe the sugar level. Okay, so if all of this data has been given, if all of this data has been given to your model, the model will predict what if the person is having is prone to that it's prone to diabetes, whether the person is having diabetes or not, whether the person is prone to diabetes or not. This will be given. So this the user can use with the like can access with the help of a website, because the background details, the backend part, the normal people who are not from this field won't be understanding what you have done, right? So for that, you need to create a user interface where the user can give the details on, and your model is storing the details, and based on that, giving an output, like predicted output based on the details. So clear, guys, how we can do it. This is a one form. I have told you there are other forms also. We can do it like that. So web application, how we can do it. Is it clear,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
everyone? Okay,
Yes,
great.
ma'am.
So
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
So next we'll just move in for we can deploy it as API. So, what is API? API is nothing but a connection. So, API is nothing but a connection. So, API is just 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 a connection. right? So we can deploy it as API. What is API? Is the application programming interface. Okay. So instead of making the whole website, you can just wrap the model that you have prepared. So you can just wrap the model in an API, right? So API, what API is? It is it is actually the service that other apps or software can use, can can actually call and get the prediction on. Okay, so the service that the other app or software can call to get the prediction, this is the API. Okay, so suppose you have just created a fraud detection model and runs as an API. Okay, so what will happen? The bank transaction system, everything is connected to a bank, right? So suppose the bank transaction system sends the data to the API. So the API, what it will be doing? It will reply about what transaction is fraud and what transaction is not fraud instantly. So this is the way we can try and use it and deploy it after we have deployed it as an API. Next, we can deploy it in cloud platforms. Okay, so there we can try and use work with cloud platforms. Some of the popular cloud platform we know about AWS, that is the SageMaker. Next, we know about the Google Cloud, that is the AI platform. There we can use it. Next, the Microsoft Azure. There we can use it in the Azure ML part. Then IBM, maybe IBM Oracle AI. There also we can try and use. So cloud is actually the reliable one, scalable one, and you get a professional deployment out there. Okay. So this is the cloud platform. Just a moment. Cloud platform deployment. Next, you can deploy it any on mobile devices. So on any of the mobile devices, you can try and deploy it in the form of apps also. Like you can try and use the TensorFlow Lite, or you can use the Core ML. You can use any of the other multiple platform are there. You can use Core ML for iOS actually, and TensorFlow Lite for that is both Android and iOS. You can try and use that. You can use a desktop application. So you can use a desktop application. Next, you can use it inside IoT or any of the real time, real age device, right? So this is the way you can do it, and also you can do a batch deployment. That is the offline prediction that you can try and do. For that also you can try and deploy in that format. So clear, guys, how and where we can do the deployment and in what format.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
what? Okay, great. So for web apps, what actually we are doing, the user interact directly with the website. In case of APIs, what it is doing, the other apps are calling the model that you have prepared. Next, in case of cloud, it is actually scalable, and many of the user can use it like at the same time actually. So mobile device, that is the personal device that one is having. So you can run it offline, or you can run it in in any of the application format, like the mobile application format. You can do the desktop application. There, what you can do, you can install the software and use it in IoTs, like the smart devices, like the bulk devices, or you can think of the cameras, sensors, robot. There also you can try and deploy it. The batch deployment, what it is, it prediction is done in huge number, like in bulk. Okay, so you can do it in that format, and you can do it offline as well. It's not required that you have to do it online. You can do it offline as well. So next you can try and use the Docker and Kubernetes also. So you can use it in all this different formats. Okay, so there are forms by which you can use it. The very crucial and understandable form is Streamlit. Using Streamlit, you can deploy your project. Okay, next, like creating a app or a website, basically like an interface you are preparing using Streamlit, and you can work accordingly. So you can use Django by which you can create a website. So you can use Django by which you can create it. So today we'll start with the Streamlit part. So we'll see how we can work with Streamlit, how we can deploy our project in Streamlit, and in what form we can do it. So anybody here who have used Streamlit before?
Yes, ma'am.
Guys, anyone? Okay. So what you have done in Streamlit, like which project? If you are comfortable sharing, can you share how you have used Streamlit and in what project you have just taken, like deployed using Streamlit?
I have built a fake news detection uh, web page in Streamlit.
Okay.
I have deployed it.
Mm-hmm.
It's already deployed. We can use it.
Okay.
I
Okay.
have trained it using a fake and uh, real data set of news data set.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Great to know that. So based on that, what Streamlit is, Streamlit, we can see it. Streamlit is actually a Python library. Okay. So it is a Python library that let us build the interactive web apps for machine learning, and we can do it for any of the data science project also based on the requirement that is there inside. Okay. So Streamlit is an inbuilt Python library. So it is an inbuilt Python library. So it what it does, it helps us to build some of the interactive web application, like the for various purpose. Whatever be the project you are having. So now you want a user interface. So Streamlit is the form by which you can use it. So in Streamlit, what you need to write, you can just need to write the simple code in Python, and instantly you need to make the forms like how you want the application to be, your app to be, like how your interface should look, how the page should look. In that format you can just try and build it. Okay, so it is like easy to use, it is very convenient to use in Python because it is a inbuilt Python library. Okay, so this is the way you can use it. So steps we can see, like the steps by which we can try and use it. First, like is it visible, or should I just zoom it out? Can you see it?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Okay, okay, fine. So first, in all, like if you are working with Google Colab, you need to install the Streamlit, right? Because you have to Streamlit or any of the like your editor also. If you are using Jupyter Notebook, you are using there also. You need to install Streamlit. They doesn't come pre-installed, so you need to install it. Okay. So first you need to install it. Then you need to prepare your ML model. So you need to prepare your ML model. Then what you need to do, you need to create a Streamlit app. Okay. So how we'll be creating? So we generally try and use it as app.py. So this is the way you have to like using app.py, like with Python extension only, you have to create a Streamlit application. Okay. So after you have taken it down, then what you need to do, you need to run it locally, like in the terminal. So you need to run the app actually. So once you just running, after you have just run the app, you get a URL. What you'll be getting that you will get a URL in the like you will get a URL in the like the as an output. So you just need to just click it down and your page will open and eventually you can work with it. Okay, so you can deploy online, then like share with others. So there is a three main option like the Streamlit Community Cloud that is there. There you can just try and use it and work accordingly. Okay, and there are other platforms also that we have discussed. There also you can just try and deploy it. Fine. Understood the steps that are the main steps that we need to do. We need to install the Streamlit. We need to prepare our ML model. We need to create the Streamlit app, right? Then we need to run it locally and get the URL in the output. We just,
Ma'am, can I,
yeah,
I have
yeah,
one
tell,
doubt. Actually, I just
yeah,
came right now from the college and I just joined with before 5-10 minutes. What are you
okay.
explaining right now? Means this all is about the project we need to submit in this week. Is it related to that?
No, 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 not related to
Okay.
that.
Okay, ma'am.
It is it is basically I am saying like how we can just deploy our project. Like suppose you have gone ahead with a week 5 project, right? So you have just deploy it. So we are just
Yes, ma'am.
seeing through how
Yes.
we can just try and deploy it. So Streamlit is the option by which we can do it. So there are other options also. The Streamlit basically we are discussing now. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Got it. Sorry and thank you,
Yeah.
ma'am, for interrupting you. But because I was not understanding what you are explaining, no? So that's why I asked it.
Okay, fine, not an issue.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
Okay.
you. Yeah.
So let me just show you up. I have just created a normal Streamlit application. Okay, there is a connection error that is coming. Okay, we need to reconnect. Okay, so I have just saved the details because reconnecting it and work like running it will take a lot of time. That's why I have just saved it. You can just see it. This is actually is the problem with the Streamlit because sometimes the connection fails. That's why you need to rerun it, and running the whole code is a problem because it takes a lot of time sometimes. Okay, so this is the data actually. So after you got a URL, you clicked on the URL, you will get this kind of like this kind of interface you'll get. So from there you have to go to visit site. After you have visited the site, this is actually my front page, my interface. So actually I have worked with this the normal data I have taken into account because there are other personal projects of mine where I have used Streamlit. But for just for showing you, I need to create a project like a normal project. So I have taken the data, the iris data. So this is the data I have taken, and I have created the front page actually, like how I have to create the front page. So this is the front page design that I have created. So here, based on the 4 criteria, that is sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width, it is giving me the what it is predicting the type of the flower. So here you have seen the like here I haven't clicked the predict option, then it would have given me the option. But here the flower measurements that is required, that has been I have just adjusted, like dragged it down based on my need. So see, after I have just clicked print, it has given me the print, like the predicted species, that is setosa, that it has given me based on my input. So here the user will give the input. Here I have just given the input just to show, just to test how actually it is. Okay. So next is another one, like how for different, for I have just changed the difference. Like you can see here, the sepal length is 4.67. Here the sepal length I have changed to 6, and the other fields also I have changed. Now I have got the predicted species, that is versicolor. So this is the species, how it has created, and this is the part of the whole form, like how it is. Like this is my URL basically, and this is my web page. How it actually looks. So this is how the three different types of flower prediction has came up. Okay, so this is what you need to build. Okay, after you have just this is the part of the deployment that you need to do once you have created it. So let us just work through and learn how we have just gone ahead and done this in Google Colab actually. Okay. So first, we need to like I have actually imported the libraries, then found out that I have like I don't have the access of it, so I need to just install it. So I have just installed the Streamlit Pine Grok. So I have just installed it. Then Streamlit Pine Grok minus Q, like the same one itself. So I have tried to use the local tuning as well. That's why I have just installed that. Okay. So we'll just see what each of the thing signifies. Okay, so this exclamation here, what it signifies in Python, it tells Python to run a shell command. This is necessary when you are just downloading any of the libraries in Python. So it may be in Jupyter Notebook or maybe in Colab. So you need to start with this exclamation. So it tells Python what it tells Python. It tells Python to run the command shell instead of like the Python code. If you're not writing it, so it will give the normal code, that like this type of code that we are just writing. But this exclamation, this tells the Python to run the command shell. Okay, understood? Understood, guys, what I told?
Yes, ma'am. Got it, ma'am.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. So this pip, what this pip is Python package installer. So what it does, it allows us to install the new Python library from the Python package index. Like what is Python package index? It is PYPI. Like it is written as in this format. So it is Python package index, where we get like the all of the package in the install format, in the index format. Like these are the package that sorry, these are the libraries that I need to take into account. So it allows us to install the new Python libraries. This peep is Python package installer. Okay. Next, we have to put the install command. Like install is the command for the pip that we need to take into account, and what package you need to take into account that you need to add on. So Streamlit, what Streamlit is? Streamlit is a Python library for building the web apps. So that's why we have used this Streamlit. So after that, we have just gone ahead with PineGrok. So it is a Python library that allow us, why we have used this, because this allow us to create a public URL on our local web server, right? So after that, like how I have created this web page, how I have got this, because I have got a URL. So URL I am getting using this PineGrok. Yeah, anyone wants to say anything? Someone mic is on, I guess. So guys, understood what are the sections of this code and how what we are doing inside the code?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah. Everyone understood, right? So
Yes,
this
ma'am.
are
Yes, ma'am.
similarly, I have taken it down for other. Now what I need to do, because here you see what are I need to install the Streamlit. Next, I need to prepare my ML model. So yeah, I need to prepare my ML model, but I need to create a Streamlit app as well. What I need to do, I need to add I need to add the Streamlit app. Okay, so I need to create a Streamlit app, and inside this, I need to prepare my ML model. Okay, so this write file app.py, I have given the name of the file as app.py only. So what this double percentage signifies, percentage, it indicates the cell magic command. We call it as cell magic command. So cell magic command, why we are doing it? We are applying it to the entire cell, not to the single line. Like for the entire cell, it will come up, and for the entire part, not for that single line. Okay, so that's why we are using it, and like it is different from the other one. So we are writing it in the command part only. That's why we are using this. Like the symbol, we are actually using it up. Okay. Next, we are using write file. So it is what it is. It is a command that signifies like like we have to actually use it to create a Python script whose extension is .py, or we can even write a text file directly in the notebook format, so that we can just like it is just writing the file. I am just writing this app website I am creating. That's why I am just writing the file and giving the name as app.py. Okay, so it is the name of the file. Okay, understood? Now I
Yes.
have just gone ahead and taken down imported the libraries that are required. Streamlit I am importing as ski. So what import is? It just tell Python to bring the the code, basically bring the library that are required for me to take it down, right? So eventually we can try and take it down, and eventually we have get through all of the other imported libraries as well. So we have taken down the NumPy, we have taken down pandas, we have loaded the iris data using sklearn. With sklearn, we have imported the trend test split we have done, and the logistic regression as well. Okay. So the next part, I am starting with training my model because I have already just imported the data. I need to load that, and I need to take into account. So this load iris, I have given as iris. The name of the variable I have given as iris. So what is actually, let me just give you a brief. So this contains 150 sample of flowers. So iris data, it contains 150 sample of flowers, and each has like the four different features. So you can see the four different features, that is sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width. All of this we are having there. Okay, so it contains these four features, and we have just created the target. Target we have created as y, and x is the the values that we want to take into account. That is the data part, and we are just taking into the target part. So target, that is the y, that is the three different classes of flower. Okay, so see here we have taken it down the three different just a moment. Yeah. We have taken the three different types of flower prediction we have got. So for this, we have taken this y is equal to iris dot target, so that we can get the labels, the output that we are needing to get, we can get it. And x, that is iris dot data, these are the features, that is it is the input. Okay, clear? Understood up to this? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Got it. So we'll
Yeah,
just
ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
move in. Yeah. So we'll just move in and see like how we can take into account and how it is storing. Let us just give you a brief in details. Like after we have stored y, so how y is being stored. So this y, it is being stored as in this format like 0, comma 0, comma 0, comma 0, then 1, comma 1, comma 1, then 2, comma 2, comma 2. So in this format, it is storing. Like why? Because we understand about the names of the flowers, the three different class that actually we are getting that are actually categorical. So we need to convert it to the like we need to convert it into one hot encoding part. So when we loaded the data was stored in this format only, the data was pre-processed only. Okay, so that's why we need to take like the in why it is get stored in this format. So what why like zero says this is the flower one, suppose name of the flower one, what it is this flower two, next two what it is the flower three. So this is how it has taken it down. Okay. So next we need to, let me just go there. So this part is the training of the model. Now we need to just split the model. We have splitted the model into into a form that we have taken the train value as 70, keep the the train part that is 70 and test part 0.2, that is 20% of the data is kept for the testing. So rest remaining 80% we have training purpose. So X train that is 80% of X it says, and X test it is the 20%, like X train that is the 80% of X, and X test that is the 20% of the X. That is the features that we are keeping for testing. Similarly, Y. So Y we are getting Y train that is 80% of Y, and Y test that is 20%. That is the labels actually labels for the testing. Here we are getting in X we are getting the features, Y we are getting the labels. Okay. So suppose we have got like we can take it down in a format like for X the data are being stored in different format, and in Y the data is being stored in different format. Like I have just given you the example, right? So here Y it is stored in this format. Now when we will be splitting it, suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So up to this much it will store for training purpose, and this remaining will be stored for the testing purpose. So understood what I told? Like just for an example, I have just given showed you like that. Understood, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now what we
Yes,
are
ma'am.
doing? Okay, great. So after that, we are
Yeah,
just
ma'am.
going ahead and building, training the logistic regression the similar way. So we have just called the logistic regression, taken it up to maximum 200 iteration we have calculated because the data set contains 150 data. So max 200 iteration is fine to go ahead with. Next, we have just fitted the X train and the Y train because previously we have just gone ahead and just splitted the data and fitted it in the format that we have defined at X train and Y train. So the model will learn in the training part in the X train and Y train only. So that's why we have just put it the this X train and Y train inside it. Okay, and the split part actually gives us to fit it in the model. Okay, so model we have given this logistic regression, this part we have taken and stored it in model. So model.fit give us the training part in detail. Okay, so now is the final part, that is we need to create the Streamlit app. So ST, because we have ST is the Streamlit we have given in the upper section when we have just imported the libraries. We can see we have imported as st. That's why we are calling it as st.title. So it showcases what title I need to put like in the above section. Okay, so I have given the iris flower classification app. This is the data that I need to put in. And next, I have given st dot write. So it is the another stemlet function. It displays the text or if it can be any of the text, any of the numbers, or any of the figures, or even data inside the app that I want to take into account. Okay, so that's why we have used streamless st dot title, st dot write. We have taken into account. Now, what we have taken, we have just gone ahead and the user input the sliders that is there. Okay, the sliders we have actually prepared. The sliders we have actually prepared. Okay, so how we have prepared that? So we have four different categories. So sepal length we have taken. So st dot slider, that is what it is a function, inbuilt function that actually used to create the slider. So we can also just in place of slider, we can also create a box also. But here the data is in a certain range. So putting it into a slider is more convenient. That's why I have used it in this form. So based on your model, you can try and use in that format. So sepal length we have used in this format. Sepal width we have used in this format. Next, sepal length and sepal width. So this is the part we have used accordingly. Now we have to go ahead with this predict predict button, because you have seen here we have got this predict button. We need to create that. After we have set the value, we need to click this predict button. Then only we are getting this predicted species, right? So we are getting this predicted species only then. So that's why for we have just used the front end form to create. So st dot button we have created using the predict form. Next, we have inputted the data. Use the NumPy array, and whatever the sliders we have kept, we have just put it those inside that array. Now we need to do the prediction, and how the prediction will come from the model itself. The model, what data that the model will give, from that the prediction will be coming. Now we have taken another variable, put it as species, and put it the output labels that we might have. That output labels we have put and put stored it in a list. Now we have taken it down and put in a format that like st.success. In this form we have put it for displaying the result. Okay, so what it does, it shows the highlighted success message. This one, this is the highlighted success message is put in, that is the predicted species. So you can see it here, predicted species. This one you have seen, like it has got highlighted. That's why we have used that. So this is the front end part. Now, after you have gone it to, we have to open the app that we have taken into account. We need to call it. Now here comes the problem. Pine Grok. If you are working with it, you need to set this part in this form. Like you need to go to this like secrets parts. Now you need to give that ngrok part you need to get and set the value like auto token. So here from this website you get this auto token section. Here you need to do the authentication. There in the auto token part, you need to create an auto token and just paste it here. And you need to check this box on. Then only you will take into account. After you have done that, like manually you can do it, or you can just import this and just take like whatever the like hidden code that you are having. You can just take it off like that. By that you can just go ahead with. Now you can just put in through and check for, because I was facing issue with this authentication purpose. the code was not running. That's why I need to check for another format where I have just taken down the ngrok authenticator, like the key in separate format. After that, it has taken into part and worked well because it is the part where you will get some of the challenges to take in, like work in through. Irrespective of that, the other part is okay to go ahead with. So next, you can just go for long and can check it how you can work with and how you can see it. So next, I have just PineGrok. I have imported the ngrok because I have used the ngrok up here. So next, I have used the ngrok.kill. So what it is, it kills the background apps that are there that are actually working because I need to work with this app and I want to get the URL up. That's why. So after I have just run it, like I have given some runtime time to it. I have given the sleep for 5 seconds. So when I'll run it, it will just wait for 5 seconds. Then I'll just run this and it'll give me this URL. And while just clicking it down, I like it will give me this. It will take me to this interface. Okay, clear how we can use it in using Streamlit.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone clear? Any questions? Any doubt?
Yes, ma'am. It's clear.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Clear, clear.
Okay. So for the final year project, like this year, sorry, this week project, I'm really sorry. So for this week project, this final week project, you need to deploy your project. So using Streamlit, you can definitely do it. So this is the form how you can work accordingly, right? So this is the deployment part. So now we'll discuss like up to now everything is clear, right, guys?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, got it. So we'll just discuss some of the details. But before that, I just wanted to ask you: are you people having any query, any doubt relevant to anything you want to discuss?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, so I have noticed some of the details. So I'll just work you through on that because I have seen that you people work with some of you work good with. Yeah, Rekha, you have any question? Rekha Kumari, you have any question? You can tell me if you are having issue with the mic. You can just write it down in the chat. So let us just go into some of the details that you need to check on because the thing is, I have seen some of you work good with the EDA part, but some of you don't put that much attention in the EDA part and don't take care of the essential details that has been needed to take care while you want to go ahead with any of the model deployment. Model part is way coming later. First, you need to understand your data. Understand your data and do the EDA. EDA part is very crucial. That is why you need to take into account about the EDA part very well. Okay, so I'll just showcase some of the form by which you can just make your data better. Let me just a minute. Let me just find my project and last part where we deploy. I didn't get you, Rekha. Rekha, I didn't get you what you told. Just write it clearly. Actually, we have created a website. There we are just deploying. So the website has been created using Streamlit, and we are getting as an output we are getting this URL. And while we are clicking, since it has like the session is out. That's why it is showing me the error. Because if I have to run it, it will take some time. But in case of already run it and it is showing me the interface that this I have actually created. And while I'll be putting it down and put this prediction option, it will give me the predicted details. Yeah, what is your question in the last part of the model creation? What is your question? Rekha, without the question, I won't be able to answer, right? So you go through, we'll keep a window for 10-15 minutes after the session. There you can definitely ask. I'll try to how to deploy. Like I have given you the details, right? All this long I have shown you how we can deploy. So that's all you have just seen the code, right? How we have just deployed. So just give me the exact question that you are having. I'll answer that. Fine. So let us just go move in. Let me just open my project. Just a moment. Just a moment. I'm just opening my project and showing you the details. Guys, my screen is visible.
No, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Sorry, I forgot that I have just. Just a minute. It is showing a error. Just a minute. It is visible.
Yes, ma'am. Now it is visible.
Screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Got it. Yeah. So this is the project that I have worked on. Okay. So the project name should be like there is certain things that you need to take care of, that you just put the bold sign on and just increase the text that you want to put in, because you will submit it to any of a client, right? So your data should be very appropriate and it should look good. I have seen some of you just don't, just for writing purpose, you are just writing it. You are not putting effort in just making it look good. So your task is just not to create the model and create like go ahead and build the model and give the evaluation where your accuracy level is more than 90%. That is not only your task. That I understand that is the vital task, but while you are presenting your project, what project you are presenting and it what extent it is looking and how it is looking, that is also very crucial. Okay, guys, so you need to put extra effort towards applying, like going and applying to some of the organization where there the HR, what the HR will do, HR will judge you based on the project that you have prepared, based on like suppose you have given the given the GitHub link, so they will just open it. They know nothing. They know nothing about the technicalities. How much time you have put it in inside it. They don't know the technicalities. They won't see how what is the accuracy level that you are getting inside the model. That that is the secondary part for them, right? So they will first see how your data looks, how it is actually looking, and what is the on what project you have actually worked. So you need to make your front end part clear, like the front end in case of deployment, it should be like it should be good. This front end part should be good when you are deploying. And when you are working with this collab, your data should be good, like good looking, actually appealing. I am good looking by the sense I am saying it should be appealing. Okay, so this data should be there, this detail should be there. Okay, next, this project summary. I have seen that you people do whatever you are doing inside the project, everything you are writing it down, but not highlighting the stuff, what exactly you are doing, like project, what is the project objective, what is the business context, what is the data overview process, and what are the fields that you are using. Just highlight this. Some of you do, some of you don't do. I am talking in general. Okay, so try and use it like this. So there should be a project summary, and most of you don't attach this GitHub link inside the collab. Try and like try and give the GitHub link for sure, because if anyone is trying and accessing with the collab, so they should need this Google collab, like GitHub link here itself. Okay. Then the problem statement. Most of you, what you do, go for the project summary. Don't take it seriously about the problem statement, because problem statement is mandatory. You need to take into account about the problem statement. Okay. So next, you need to first know your data, import libraries. You need to import the libraries if needed. In like after you have imported the library, you created a short text and write pandas for what purpose. Don't make it too like. Don't just copy paste from GitHub. Sorry, copy paste from Chat GPT. Just make it short, simple, but should be like understandable. It shouldn't look like you have just copy pasted from ChatGPT. I don't want to name, but some of your programs or codes that I see, I really feel that you have just directly copy pasted from ChatGPT and have just do it. Make it like you do it like in the form that you have taken the help from ChatGPT, any of the AI tool you have taken the help. That is completely fine, but make it as if that you have prepared the project. Your effort should be seen. It's not like you have just get the data copy pasted from ChatGPT and pasted in your Google Colab. Understood, guys? What I am telling?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Don't take it personally, but try and do this, because from here you will be going and applying to any of the organizations, right? There, based on your projects only, you will be judged. Okay, so try and incorporate this in your projects. So after you have imported the libraries, keep a like text file here if needed, like any like pandas, why you have used it. Just a single line. You don't have to like put the paragraph. Pandas, NumPy, Seaborn, why you have needed them. Write it seriously. Okay. Next, the dataset loading. Make it in this format, like use the drive only or use GitHub only to just get the data from. Okay, then this part you will have to do. These are the normal sessions that you need to do for the visualization. After you are seeing like, and multiple of you, I have seen that what you do, you just get the data set information, data set duplicate, value count. Next, the missing value count is in a single cell. Why? Why it is necessary? Make it in different cells so that it is easy to, when you are getting the output, right? When you are getting the output here, you get the details also. Like I can understand, like data set information. This is my data set information. Duplicate value. This is the output for duplicate value. So things should be segregated. Okay. Next, after all of this, like after you have made up to this visualization missing value, then you just add a field, add a text that what you know about your data set, what your data set actually is, what are the insights that you know about your data. Here also, don't just copy paste it, understand it, and also if you're trying and taking it out from chat GPT, you take it, but first you read it first, what it is, how it is making the sense, and in what extent. Make it short as simple, but don't just copy paste the stuff. Okay, so this is the form you'll be writing. What do you know about the data set? I will request you guys to just make a point of it. What after what you need to put in. Okay. Next, understanding your variables. What your variables is. How to understand. I know most of you do it, but do it in separate cells, not in a single cell. Okay, then variable description. This should be there in your collab file for sure. Like what is the columns, what are the features that are there inside your data, and what that signifies. Even in Kaggle, when you see, you get this type description, variable description is there. So if you are just downloading it from there, your data set, just just try and copy that thing and paste it. Fine. Here copy paste is okay because here you have to take into account about the description, variable description. From there you will get the data. You can just copy paste it. So now data wrangling. So whatever the details you have done it, just write it down. What all manipulation you done and what are the insight found. So these things should be there. Like I have stripped off the white spaces, handle the missing values in remaining columns. After the after the code, there should be a text file that should give you the insight. Suppose anyone, any like you'll give it to a stakeholder, any of your client. They might not know about the intricate details about the code. So how they will understand? They will understand from the writing part that is there inside the collab. So this is how you will be making it down. Now the visualization. So EDA part, some of you don't use EDA at all, but EDA is very, very, very important. Keep a note of that. Try and include at least 10 to 15 plots in your final project or any of the project that you will be preparing. Okay, so try and include 10 to 15 plots so that, like, of course, based on your data, if your data set contains 3 fields, then it is not possible to include 10 to 15, but most of the data that you'll be working would contain many fields, right? Many features will be there. So try and utilize that. And for sure, in EDA, you can use the data in a form that will work with univariate data first, then multivariate data. Sorry, the univariate, then bivariate, then multivariate. Make a note of this. And if possible, when you are like starting like chart one, like keep a point like this, chart one, and after that write it is a univariate data or not, is it a multivariate data or not, it is a bivariate data or not. Or you can do one thing, you can just add a drop down, add like multivariate, then add this chart 1, chart 2, chart 3. Suppose 3 charts you have prepared using univariate, like keep it like that. Then bivariate, this drop down you add, then you add the bivariate plots, then multivariate. Work it like that. Clear, guys? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Guys, is it getting very bored or you people are not responding?
No, ma'am.
People
It's
No,
getting
very
bored out
Understood.
of it?
no, ma'am.
understandable. You are
Okay,
It
explaining
is
Hmm.
fine.
in detail. Yeah,
It
ma'am.
is
Fine, great.
understandable.
Okay, got it, fine. So after that, after you have created the chart, so you'll visualize the chart here, then write this part very clearly, like why you pick up this specific chart. Fine. What is the reason? And try, don't just extend it in a form that you are writing a paragraph out of it. Just add 2 to 3 lines maximum, or max to max, you can write it in this form. Like it shouldn't be like that. It is too long or like to understand. Like if you are using kernel density estimator, why you are using it, and try to make it in this form. Like a single para is fine, but not a huge long para. Okay. Next, you can add the insight. What are the insights that you have found from the chart? So make it like that. So when you are explaining inside the class inside the session, that is fine. You are showcasing like this is a bar chart, this is the data I am getting, I am comparing it with the x-axis, y-axis, and this is getting around 8,000. The values of the data is getting around 8,000. So just write it down everything in this form, the insight and the implication. Suppose price, like I am just giving the example, like I have a field name price item. I have given the insight, what the insight I got, and the implications that I got. So work it like that. Okay. Next, chart 2, chart 3, like that. You have to prepare it down. For every chart, after the plot, you need to put why you picked up the chart, what are the insights that you have got from the chart, and what are the gained insight. Like that gained insight give you up any positive impact on the business or negative impact, right? So just try and write it down like that. So this is the form you will be getting it now. Now in the hypothesis testing part, make it very clear. So I guess only Fida do the hypothesis testing for most of the project. That is fine, but in any of the project process that you need to work in through, try and incorporate hypothesis testing. Okay. So if it is going with your project, try to include it because that gives you an extra edge. Okay. And try and plot it in this form, like you are putting, try and put like three hypotheses, like hypothesis 1, hypothesis 2, hypothesis 3. And for that, put the statement and what is your null hypothesis, what is your alternate hypothesis. So like write it like that in the after the session only. Okay. Next, work with each of the section, and after you have like you have printed down the result, what is the p value, what is the details you have, like write it like this only here, and put the visualization also for it. After you have used the ANOVA test or any other test, try and display it so that it is easy for others to understand in the display format. So for this, you will go for a three hypothesis testing part. Okay. And then after it has been done, so then you'll be doing the feature engineering, data pre-processing, whatever be necessary, you'll be doing it. Next, you'll be doing for the models, any of the data you are taking into account, try and use at least three different models, and if possible, if it is unsupervised type, like it is cluster based, try to visualize it. Try to visualize it because for the cluster base, it is very important to get the visualization so that you can just see where your cluster lies. Is there any overlapping? Is or it there is a segregation between the clusters that you need to take into account. Okay. So after all of this, after you have done all of this model building and evaluation, everything if it is done, try and prepare it like this. Like if any of the model works around 80%, after that model, do this validation and hyperparameter tuning. This part should be there after you are done with the model. It should be not like that that you have done all of the three models. Then again, you are doing hyper parameter tuning for the first model, then hyperparameter tuning for the second model, then hyperparameter tuning for third model. It should be first you have done the hyperparameter tuning for the first model, then hyperparameter tuning for the second model, then hyperparameter tuning for the third model. So that is the process you have to follow. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I not audible to you?
Yes, ma'am. You
You
were
were
not
not for
audible this time.
10 to 20 seconds.
Now is it fine? Is it better?
Yeah, ma'am, it's
Yes, ma'am.
fine
Now
now.
it is fine.
So have you heard what I told till now, how to go for the models and the hyperparameter tuning parts?
Yeah, ma'am,
Yes,
till
ma'am.
hyperparameter tuning part.
Have you heard,
Yeah,
or
ma'am.
should I repeat? Okay,
No, ma'am, it's
got it,
fine
fine.
till hyperparameter tuning part.
I have told till hyperparameter tuning part only. I haven't gone far from that. Okay.
Yeah,
So
ma'am.
okay, got it. Just a minute, please. Okay, so we'll just go ahead with that. After it has been done, try and create a evaluation table. Like this is how try and create which model you have chosen. Like after everyone you are done with your project, I ask you, right, which model works good for you, right? So just do the same thing. Like just write it down, like which model works best for me and why, and this is how you will be answering that. Okay, so after it has been done, there should be an option of future work. That is generally optional, or you can just put it like that. You will save the model, and in what format you are saving, that you will be writing it down, and there should be a detailed conclusion. This is how you'll be doing it. Clear, guys? Understood?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So try and maintain this and work with this accordingly. So today we are out of town, out of time, so I cannot just showcase the details that we have taken into because related to the EDA part that I told, so that it becomes easier for you to understand and work also. So tomorrow session we'll see, after the deployment part, we'll see how we can understand, like take EDA more seriously and work with it. Okay. So guys, up to now, any questions, any queries, anything you are having, just ask me. It can be relevant to anything, any of the project, anything related to the details. Guys, any query, any questions? So you understood everything, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So henceforth for the final week project, you have to work accordingly. Okay. So because this would be the final project that we will be going through, so you have to work accordingly so that we can just make it like, because this would be the final project, right? So you have to work in every step so that your data can work accordingly and things can be evaluated in that format,
Okay,
right?
ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So I just
Yes,
wanted
ma'am.
to ask you, how many of you are left with submitting your project? Guys, how many of you are left with submitting your project? Like who have come late, joined late? Everybody has submitted? Pranay, okay. Hasini, are you there in the session? Okay, three of you. So when you guys joined, can you just let me know?
Ma'am, I have joined on 28th of August.
8th of August. Okay, okay. So not that much late actually. So you have got some of the time, right? So I guess the initial project was way too easy based on EDA basically. Later section we have turned into more details where we have taken into account about the supervised learning, unsupervised learning. Supervised learning, I guess we have completed on week 3, right, guys? Guys, week 3 we have done supervised learning, right? Guys, don't you
Yes,
remember?
ma'am.
Fine. So whatever be it, but you have to try and complete it within this week, okay? So how many projects you have submitted, Pranay, till now?
Ma'am, 3 projects.
3 projects, including this week project, right? Like week 5 project, right?
Ma'am, week 1, week 2, and week 3.
So fourth and fifth week project is still left. So you have to submit it by this
Yes,
week.
ma'am.
Okay. So this week
Okay.
you have 3 projects to submit. Like this weekend, actually, try to submit the rest two within this week, and this weekend you will be having the final project.
So, ma'am,
Okay.
format is same for all week project, na?
Format
Yes, ma'am.
like that I discussed right now.
Yes, ma'am. For all the weeks from week 1 to week 6, we
Yeah,
need to
the
make some changes in just data analysis.
format wise. Yeah, you need to.
We need to just
Sorry, your
make
voice
some
was
changes
breaking.
in
I
data
didn't get.
analysis and machine learning, na?
Yeah, that is
On
there, but
different topics.
that is yeah on different topics. And of course, that they are not like you are working with the same data. The datas are also also different, and the model that you are working with, that is also different. And it is not like that you are working with the same stage. And like suppose you are working with the supervised learning, so you are including 3 different models of supervised learning and getting the evaluation done on 3 different models and just giving a tabular representation of the evaluation that you have made. So this is totally different. Now, when you're working with the unsupervised, the form is getting different because the models are different. They suppose you are working with any of the model, then you set any of the hyperparameter tuning and worked along like that. So the process wise, it is same that you have to build a model, get the evaluation done, but the data that you are choosing, that is different, and eventually the way you are working, that is also getting different. Based work like week to week, it is differentiating. So Tasneem, how many projects you have just gone ahead with? Like how many you have submitted? Tasneem, I am asking you. You can just write it down in the chat also, Tasneem. Saichu Chendra, Saishu Chendra,
Ma'am,
you
I
have
want to
any?
submit the fifth week project, ma'am.
Fifth week is remaining.
I'll submit by
Before that,
Monday.
till fourth. Okay, got it. So till 4 you have done, right? Fourth week you have already submitted, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, got it. Fine. So this week you'll be doing the fifth week, and this weekend you'll get the final project for the week 6. Okay,
Okay,
Tasneem,
ma'am.
so you can just do the rest of the 2 projects, submit this rest 2 project by this week. Okay. So rest of you, I guess you have all submitted the project, and who have not given the presentation in the session have recorded the presentation video and submitted accordingly, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes.
great. So
Yes, ma'am.
okay, great. So we'll just wrap up our session today here. Any question, guys? Anything you want to ask? Yeah, Varsha, tell. Yeah, Varsha, your voice is not audible. You can just type it down in the chat section. I'll see it. Fine, guys. We'll just wrap up today here. We'll meet tomorrow. We'll see how we can just go ahead with tomorrow's session. Okay. And Rekha, are you there in the session? You have been asking about some of the deployment based issues, but back then, due to some of the like writing issue, I didn't get what exactly is your issue, where you want to ask, like what you exactly want to ask. Rekha, you are there, Rekha Kumari. Okay, fine, guys. We'll just meet tomorrow. Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank you. Bye bye. They didn't send the Google form. Where should we submit the presentation? I guess they have shared. Just cross check it because others have also submitted. Guys, are you facing any issue in submitting this week project, like week 5 project? Yeah, Varsha, if you are facing any issue, you can just write it down to the HR. They can just clarify. If not, wait for tomorrow. In the session, I'll ask whoever has submitted if they are having the details up, they can give it to you. Okay? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Bye, guys. Bye.